Welcome to DIY with Jeannie. If this is your first time, welcome. And if you have been here before, welcome back. It's nice to have you back. What we are going to do today is I have a friend who lost a dear member of the family. And for the kids in the family, she asked me if I could make memory pillows. Now, this was my first attempt. She brought me a whole bunch of shirts, and a lot of them were the same, and she asked me to use 2 shirts on each pillow. Now, I'm not quite finished with this one, but I'll show it to you. I forgot to use the second shirt. I think it'll be fine. I'm going to show it to her. It's not exactly what I wanted, but it is a book pillow where they can put a little book in it, and see, I still have to sew up this side. But I decided I wanted to go just one step further than that, and I'm going to try to make sock animals out of the sleeves of the shirt. So this friend loved foxes, so I decided that's where I was going to start. So on this one, I sewed the ears in, and we're going to cut that real quick. And let's see if we can't make a little fox head out of part of the sleeve. I'm pretty sure the body will work. It's the head I'm most concerned about. So, here's our little head. And we'll sew a little face on it if it needs it. I mean, I may not put a face on it. But there is our little, could be a bear, could be a fox. We're calling it a fox. And there's our little fox. So let's get the stuffing and we will fill this up. Okay, this is polyfill, and you always want to pull it apart because it has memory. I know it seems weird, but if it's in a specific shape in the bag, that's the shape it wants to stay. And we don't necessarily want it in that shape. So I want to get it into that top as much as I can because I really want that pointed ear part to show as pointed. There, that's better. Let's put another little piece. Get the other ear in. We'll use the handle of our awl. See if we can't make that in that little corner a little bit more pronounced. I really want it to read as fox ears and not bear ears. We're also going to want to get a little pointed nose, and I'm going to do that by the way I sew the head together. So let's get nice and full. There we go. Now, let's get a needle, and let's sew that up. Now, this is a needle threader if you've never seen one. That one, oh, I got 2 pins. These are awfully small for that particular thing. So let me see if I can find a larger eye. No, I cannot. These are all very small. Okay, so we're going to use the, hopefully this part. Yeah. It goes through enough. See, you can see. Hopefully I can get thread. There we go. There. See how that goes through there? I don't know if you can see that. can find an easier way for you to see that. Yeah, you can see that. Okay. So what we do is we take our thread. We just want to get a nice amount, not enough that it's going to tangle on us, but we want a fairly good piece of thread. And I am going to fold it over so that it's doubled. It seems to be stronger for me that way. But see how I put it through? It's so much easier to put it through that piece than it is the big giant eye, the little tiny eye. And then we just pull it through. Now I bring both of my ends together. We're just going to tie a knot down here in the end. And then of course I will trim it a little bit short. But let me just get a nice knot in there. Now what I'll probably do, because it is knit, what I'm going to do is put the needle through and then bring the needle back through the thread so that it catches, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So the first thing, we're just going to put it through, up and down, and then I'm going to take and catch the middle, catch this thread right in the middle so that that knot will actually hold it well in place. So there we go. Get that done. So I want a pointed snout on our little fox. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in like so. So I need to go in, up, do a ladder over, go up, do a ladder over. So see, I'm making ladder rungs on there. You can see those, yeah. And we're just going to make it more and more narrow so that it's actually going to make our snout come to a point. Up, down. See how I'm bringing it in just a hair. Up, down. And we'll do that so that we can get it. And then once I get it there, and I'll show you, once I get it up to the point of the nose, we'll just pull tight and it will start bringing all of that together, those ladders together. Come on. Tighten. You may have to pull each rung, and that's fine. Sometimes it works with just one, sometimes it takes a minute. But if it's not quite where we want it, once we get it pinched in like this far, then we just keep bringing that in a little bit further up. And we should be able to just get a nice little nose on there. So there we go. Got a nice little nose going on. And I'm going to bring it down so that I can get back to the bottom, and we'll pull his little head together so that you can see how it comes together. So we're just doing a straight stitch down. Don't want to tighten it too much. Now here I am going to go just around. See how I'm just up and down, up and down. And I just want to bring his little neck together. Once we do, we'll tuck it all in, finish it off, and then we'll be able to I'll be able to show you the body. See, and this is why we needed so much thread at the beginning, is because as we do this, it takes a lot to go around, even though we're gonna pull it tight. It just takes a bit to get it all in there and then to pull it taut. You still have all this, but it's going to make a little tiny knot in the middle. So we're just going to start sticking that in. And what's nice about patterns that have stripes is you can just go along the stripe and then you're pretty sure you're making a straight line. As long as you cut it straight. And it's a 50-50. Before we tighten it all up, we want to make sure we're getting it all inside. And I still have this much to go. So we just want to continue grabbing that one colored seam. So as I go, see how I'm pulling it all together? And that inside that we had left over is just tucking right inside. And then here, I'm just going to go round and around. Wrap it around your yarn or your needle 2 or 3 times. And then push it through. And that will tie you a knot on the end. See how I got a little knot there? Didn't quite get it the way I wanted it, but it's okay. I'm just going to do another little knot just to keep it together. And nope, his snout just did not come out the way I wanted, but it did pull it down so it looks more like a mouth. I could always go in and do cheeks, but there is our little fox head. Now for the body, I took the rest of the sleeve and you can't see them. I sewed legs. So let me cut around them. On this set, I'm just going to cut up through the middle. I'm not making any, I'm not trying to be real neat with it because it's just, it adds more padding. And then that's where I'm leaving open. Down here to cut around the little legs. Make sure I get all the way around that thread. Hope I didn't just cut that open. If I did, we can just sew it back up. It's not that big of a deal. So there's that one. Now we're going to go turn it right side out. And I have a little tiny opening, which is fine because of the material. But if you have some thicker material or if you're using thick socks, you're going to want to leave that hole a little bit bigger because it takes a lot to turn it. But this is a real thin shirt. on? And I said that with all that confidence, and now I can't get it to go. There is that leg, and so I'm just going to pull it straight through like that. Now for the opposite side, because I also want it out, I'm just going to put my finger in and work it out so that I get the little feet out. So there's that one. And you're just doing it just like you would a glove if you were to try to put a glove right side out. That's exactly what I'm doing, is just pushing it through like it was a glove. Like it were fingers. And there is our little body. And we're just going to stuff it the same way we did the little head. It's going to take a little bit longer because there's a lot to go. So what I am going to do is I'm going to do this part in fast forward. And there we go. We have it all stuffed. I'm just going to massage it into the places I want it, unclump some of those bigger pieces. And what we're going to do is sew up his little foot, fold it in, sew it in, just like we did before. Same basic idea. It's kind of a, I think they call it a blanket stitch, ladder stitch. It's so that you get rungs and you can just pull it tight. That didn't do what I wanted it to, so, well, we're just going to do it the same way. We are going to put the needle in, right there, back out, and catch that thread. There we go. Got it in the middle, and we're just going to pull it tight. So now we just want to get our little foot shaped. So up and down, go across, up and down, and go across. You see how we're sewing that? We're pulling it tight to bring this little foot in. There we go. So we just want to make sure that we get all of that in there. You want to make sure you get both sides really well. If you don't get both sides, then you are left with a little hole, and that would be bad. So we're going to get this finished, then we're going to put his little head on, and then we will finish the pillow, and I'll show you how it all goes together. Okay, so we've got the pillow finished. Got it all sewn up. Is it beautiful? No. Is it okay for a first try? Yes, it is. We have our little fox. He's all sewn up and ready. And so he can go into his little pocket, and we can put a little book in the little pocket as well. And there you have just a nice little reading pillow. They can take this out. This is now a really cute lumbar pillow, or they can put their arms on it as they're reading, whatever. But that is what we can do, kind of a memory thing for their grandmother. It's her shirt. Still slightly smells like her, even though it's gone through the laundry. I think it's the laundry detergent that smells so much like her rather than her scent behind. That's just what's associated with her. And there we go. That's all finished, and took very little extra from us. See, we just sewed that head on right there to the body in between the legs, so the legs still can move, and we have him all finished. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, give me a thumbs up. This was just a first try at this pillow. I'm hoping I get better at it. I know I will. The animal came out a lot better than I thought, so even though you see patterns for sock animals, you can do them with a sleeve. And thanks for spending time with me. Thanks for coming with me on this journey. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider it. It's down below. Also give us a thumbs up and give me a comment. What do you think? Do you like the sewing crafts? Do you like watching me wing it? Do you like, do you like seeing my mistakes so that maybe it's ones you don't have to make? But that's it for today, and hopefully I'll see you next time.